Do our names. Hello hello sea bear happy smiley. Karidoesstuff. Hello Duana.
Zara Kitnip, talk like a pirate.
Hello there, me hearties. How you doing? Welcome back to Karidoesstuff, and welcome back to me building some more ships. How are you doing, my scallywags? Hello out there, me busty wenches and me salty sea dogs.
I'm good, I got scurvy now though.
You got scurvy now, have
Do
you,
our names.
catnip?
Making noise and quakes too.
Ah, Maeve, I saw that come up and I was like, oh no, really? I haven't even started to stream yet. What's going on? Well, I hope you like my pirate impression. Arr. Landlubbers.
Zara Kitnip is all chat TTS now.
Yeah, pretty much. Yeah, pretty much. Anyway, thanks very much for coming out and checking me out on my model bench. It's Saturday, so that means I'm back on the model bench. Well, at least for now, anyway. So thank you for coming out. Thank you, Duana, for your elephant quake. That one's there just for you, so use it as you see fit. Well, anyone could use it, but I put it there especially for you.
Ari is so fucking cute.
I am sofa king. I don't know what that means. I don't know what that means. I honestly don't know what that means. But thank you very much. And hey, Maeve, thanks for coming out, checking me out. Well, you've checked me out before, haven't you? You've been the one that's been nudging me, saying, model bench when?
In
Model bench when?
TTS it sounds like something else.
Oh, so fucking cute. Oh, right, thank you. Oh, yeah, I get it. I get it, I get it, I get it, I get it. Don't swear yet. Oh, you can now. It's past 5 minutes. So yeah, welcome back, welcome back. Let's head into just chatting, shall we? All right, I'm rocking and rolling. So I do want to apologize for the state of the bench and me. Maybe a bit of dust or whatever around, but I've been starting. I've got a vape recently, and it's so much cheaper than cigarettes. So I made a little vape. It's upside down at the moment. It's upside down because I'll tell you about it. I'm 3D printed this to hold my vape in, so vape will go in that way, the other way, and on the back there's a little thing for some fluid, and it just sits on my desk. But I was finding it was a bit wobbly, so I ground out the bottom, put some lead weight in there, and now I've super glued that over, so that's why it's upside down. So that's why I'm covered in dust, because I've been grinding out the base of this resin. So I'm just covered in dust. Absolutely covered in dust. Oh, you put up the RNLI flag, did you? All right, let's see some of that. Let's put some of that up. There we go. So that's what I've been doing. That's why I'm in the state. I put on an old T-shirt that's about to go in the wash tomorrow, because the last thing I want is put on a new T-shirt and get it covered in resin dust. So that's why I got an old T-shirt on ready for the wash. So that's that. You may hear the 3D printer whirring in the background, because what I'm also doing is I got a little softwood little box with a brass clasp on the front of it, and I've designed and printed in Blender, or designed in Blender, like some sections where I can put everything. So like a little cutout section for the vape, the little caps, the salt packets, and all the bits and pieces. All the paraphernalia has got its own little place. So I've designed all that, and I'm now I've converted it all to STL files, and I'm printing out on my 3D printer. So you may hear that whirring. There's not a lot going on there. It's really slow. It's going to take about 10 hours to print out just one piece. So I'm hoping that my design measurements were fine. I might actually do a build of me putting all that together, because I've got a really great idea of what I want to do. But I kind of don't want to break this series up too much. I really want to show the RNLI the honor that they deserve and just do a continuous series of them. But I might take a break and put all that together. I'm just waiting for some bits and pieces to come in. I've ordered off of Amazon. I've got a fantastic idea. I don't want to ruin it or get any spoilers, but that's what's going on. Anyway, back to today's stream. We are going to be working on the Severn Class Lifeboat, the RNLI Severn Class Lifeboat. Again, every stream I want to thank them for their support and help with putting this stream together. They gave me a bunch of information and allowed me to have permission to use some YouTube videos of theirs. So thank you very much for them. This is not
Jat.
Elvian. How?
What is up?
Hey, how you doing? Good to see you. Good to see you. Why are you not appearing on my... Do me a favor, Elvian. If you could just left click your name and re-choose your color. That should kick my continuous chat to actually put you up on the screen. There is a problem with the chat for some reason. I don't know what it is. So if you could just re-choose your... It doesn't have to be a different one. Just could be the same one. Just kick Twitch up the ass to change your chat color, and your text should appear on the left-hand side of the screen now. I don't know why it's not. Anyway, so yeah, I want to thank the RNLI for that. This is not sponsored. They're not providing me with any funds or anything. I told them I wanted to do it all off my own back, because they are a charity after all. Everything that they do is volunteer, and all the money that they get is publicly funded. There you go. Now it's working. Perfect. So yeah, it's not sponsored. It's all coming out of my own funds, but they have helped me put it together with what they wanted me to say. See, now you get a new voice as well. Now you get a new voice. So thanks to them, and thanks to their social media crew. The girls over there are fantastic. Check out in the about if you want to know more about the RNLI. There is a link there, and also it takes you straight to a donation page. So please feel free to donate, because they do not have any government funded. It's all publicly donated. So yeah, what are we going to do today? Well, yesterday last time we left it at just putting together the shell of the cabin. I missed off the front, so we're going to have to paint now. I've already primed it up, so that's all ready to go. So we're going to do some airbrushing. While that's drying, we'll strip off the masking of the boat, because I'm not actually going to paint the orange in situ. I'm going to paint it separately and drop it on top, so we can unstrap that, unmask that, and have a look at it. So that's what we're going to do today. So first things first, I need to mix up some black paint to spray this little piece that I forgot to put in last week. I was hoping to spray it up this week, because I mean it's just a little bit, and I'm like, oh god damn it, I've got to do all that on stream. I didn't get around to it. I had a lot of other things on, so we're going to do it now. Might as well. So yeah, let's go, I suppose. Let's go, I suppose. Alright, again, I apologise if I'm looking a bit shabby. I am probably covered in resin dust. That stuff just gets everywhere. It's crazy. It's all over my workbench. It's just everywhere. God. After I've done every model, I usually try and give my model bench a good clean, but wow. Anyway, let's go over. Right, so what we're looking for today, we are looking for black. So I need to get some black paint. Black, that'll do. Some black. Boom, boom, boom. Oh dear. I've been looking forward to getting back on my model bench this week. It's been one of those weeks. I've been like, oh, I've got to get back on there. I'm looking forward to the weekend. You know what I mean? Great. We're just grabbing some bits and pieces here. Grab some stirrers and some pipettes. Stuff. Right, we also need some red. Some red. What were we using? Fire red, bright red. I don't want to use bright red. Just want to use the normal red. Alright, okay. So, fantastic. There is my boat. I don't know if you can see it because the lights, the camera. So it's all there. This bit's been primed, so I can put that. No, I don't want to put that away because I need to prime up my holder there. 3D printer is on the go, so I may end up bringing that over. But no, it won't be done. It's an 8-hour, 9-hour print, I think that is. So I may be popping over there occasionally to have a look and see how it's doing, because this is my first ever personally designed and printed thing. Usually I get them off the internet somewhere and they're all ready to go. This is my first ever one that I've designed in Blender myself. So it might be like massive or completely too small. So I don't know what's going on with it. It might be a complete garbled mess of goop. So we never know. But before we do that, let's mix up some paint. Let's see if the paint booth setup bench is working today. No, it was working like 5 seconds ago. All right, so let's try it again, shall we? Let's give it an. Oh, hang on. Damn it! I need tech support. Anyone? Tech support? Yes, here we are. Right. Woohoo! Right. Oh, okay, so we're gonna have to mix up the black first. We don't need too much of it because it's only a little piece, so it just that's the only thing about this Tamiya. You end up using too much. Now I've mixed up like way too much for what I need it for. But I'm gonna keep this because I need to give my vape holder a base coat of black. So I'm gonna keep this mixed up for after the stream. That glue would have dried. So we're going to keep this mixed up. It won't dry, it won't go. Right, so that should be. How fluid is that? That's pretty fluid. Right, so let's pop it in the brush here. Alright, so over to the paint booth, and let's see if we can do something with this. So how you doing out there, Kira? Kira? It's because your name is all different. Maeve. Oh, okay. Well, I'll tell you what, we'll have to get some gloves in, won't we, to do that? You working on any models today, or are you working on something? Maybe with a friend of mine from Second Life. She's extremely creative and paints Warhammer. Sent me in the post a couple of Warhammer figures and a magazine. That will be the next thing we'll be doing. I haven't painted miniatures for a while. So, oh god, maybe this is too thin. Yeah, that is way too thin. Right, we're gonna have to give that a couple of coats. That's annoying. Yikes. Okay. Well, that's a good start, isn't it? That's a start to the day, I suppose. Alright, so what we'll do is we'll just kind of leave that. I know what we can do. We can stick that. Yeah, we can. Yeah, we can do this. Boom, 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 boom. Probably just grab that like that. That'll work. Right, so now it's all there nice. Oh, is that camera in the right position? Spin that around like that. So we can just leave that there, wait for that to dry, give it another soft coat and whatever till it goes black. An idiot. I just put too much thinner in there. I had a suspicion there was going to be too much, but you know, what can you do? Now I don't have to wear the gloves. I go through gloves like I go through hot dinners. Alright, okay. So what we're going to do now is we're going to try and take off the masking tape. So what we need is I'm going to need some tweezers, just in case. Let me know if the music's too loud or not loud enough. Tweezers. Might need a scalpel blade. Because we do have transfers we can put on this. So we're just gonna bring this up here like that. There we go. Just free it from the base there. All this masking on it, so there's a lot of masking. This is where we get to see. Oh, there's a fly in here. You get to see it all the paintwork together. Hopefully there's no major issues. Nothing's like bled through or ruined it or pull it off or anything like that. Hoping.
Do on eggs, a bit like Christmas pea.
It is a bit like Christmas. You don't quite, you know what it is, but you don't quite know what it's going to look like. So I don't know if you can see that, but that actually looks pretty good. I know there's some, the red in there is for the light. I want it to make it look as though when you look in the windows, it looks as though the red lights are on.
Chitsuru Kaneved, hey Kari.
Hey Chitsuru, how you doing? Good to see you. You had a good weekend. About to see if mine's going to be any good.
I'm also making a boat, the 1/350 Tamiya German Tirpitz.
The Tirpitz? Nice. Nice. Which one was the Tirpitz? What happened to the Tirpitz? I mean, I'm sure the Allies sunk it. No, that's what we do. Did. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Yeah, look at that. Oh no, that's a disaster. Okay, well, that's not too much of a problem. I can probably buff that out. Probably sand that out. Not a problem. So what's happened is the mask intake.
Do our names, yeah, wasn't that the one that was bombed down in the Skagerrak?
I don't know. You probably know better than I do. It's your history, not mine. Well, it's part of my history, but...
Chitsuru Kaneved, she was shallow beached because of the numerous bomb hits on her, due to the threat she posed together with her brother ship Bismarck.
Oh, that's right. That's right. Now I remember. Didn't the Bismarck, like, not actually ever leave? Was that the ship that never left port? It was, like, designed, built, ready to go, and then just got bombed into oblivion before it could actually do anything. But if it had actually got into the Atlantic, into the Channel, it would have been an absolute nightmare. Am I thinking of that ship? Was there another ship? It's just bloody huge. I scraped off. Yeah, scraped off a little bit of paint there. Alright, so it looks like we got to do some... Yeah, look, you can see it. That nasty, tacky stuff. Okay, so we're going to have to do some sanding. Try and get that off.
It only destroyed the hood and then was sunk the next day due to her position being decoded and compromised by the RN.
Oh, it only sunk the hood. Ah, so it did actually see battle. Okay. Right, so we're going to try and buff out that, just dropping model bits. I keep going into the wrong drawer here. Alright, where's my...
I should try and fix up a torpedo boat.
Yeah, I want to do the Indianapolis. That's what I want to do. USS Indianapolis. Alright, so we're going to try and just... Hopefully a bit of the water will help with taking this out. Right, let's get I need a cloth in order to wipe that down as well, so... Because I don't want it to... I was singing this masking tape's praises when I was using it. God. I was like, this is great masking tape. It doesn't leave tacky marks. Maybe I was wrong.
You will be surprised I have KGV1/350 scale model next to be fixed up. HMS KGV asterisk.
The HMS KGV. KGV. Nice. Yeah. Try and get rid of as much of this tape. I mean, it will be removed when we put on. See, like, you can't even see it now.
King
it's
George
wet.
V was my fourth favorite.
The King George fourth. King George the Fifth was my fourth favorite. You have to be awkward, don't you? You couldn't have just said, well, it's King George the Fifth, so it's my fifth favorite. So no, it had to be your fourth favorite. All right, okay, so we're managing to take off some of that yak, so should be okay. I mean, I need to paint a bit more. So yeah, it's coming off a bit. Also, what happens is a good judge, I find, especially with that stuff I'm using, is to see what it looks
I'm
like
loving
underwater.
how the color is really solidifying.
Solidifying? Yeah. There's a couple of bits here I need to just dot over with a paintbrush. I don't usually like doing that, but in this instance I think we're going to have to do that. Right, it's still there. I can still see a bit of where the masking tape was, but the good thing is I can't see it underwater. When I actually come to put on this really good diamond finish, it should hide all that. A bit around the front here I want to work on. Yeah, I might have to find a new masking tape because that's a bit off. I thought the yeah, that diamond coat should cover that up. Just raw paint. So oh yeah, it has taken a nice bit of it off, especially when you can see what it's done on this side. Ugh. Idiots. I'm gonna get the blue out in a minute and try and touch up that area. Why is that scratched? Just gonna have to get a little bit of a paintbrush in there and just try and oh, I know what that was. Oh god, that's me being an idiot, isn't it? That's when I cut it off the stand. Okay. Yeah, so we're gonna have to just touch that up to paint. Can't see it when it's all shiny like that, which is good, because that's essentially what's going to happen to it. Nice. Got real good. Okay, so what we're going to need to do now is we're going to need to find that blue. And we're going to need to dip in a paintbrush. Just be real careful with it. What blue was it? That was the question. What blue was it? Royal blue? Yeah, that's the blue on it. Yeah. Right, we're going to grab a small brush. You know, I'm not too worried about these. These are all going to be black, these edges here. I just need to just try and... What we'll do is we'll give it a bit of a sand on there that I've got to... Let it dry, give it a second coat. I mean, it's annoying, it will show, but it won't show as much as this side is really screwed the pooch here. Give it a bit of a sand in a minute. Just polish it off. Okay, so that's the blue. I'm not seeing any more on there that needs to be touched. Grab the red next. It's a very vivid red. I like it. It's going to look so good when it's polished up. Okay, well, I don't want to force too much on there if I don't need to. Okay, so that's good. Right, just going to let that dry before we think about putting on any. Let's allow that.
Do our names. Treat it like a Christmas tree. Turn the ugly side to the wall, P.
Turn the ugly side to the wall. See, can't do that. As I said to you before, models are meant to be looked around, like really closely examined. And there should be no ugly side. I mean, if you're doing it for like film, whatever, like when when they made the Star Wars models, you generally knew, or on any film. That's why if you look at some of the sets and stuff, like they only look half built from certain angles, because they're not. I missed that bit. Oh, okay, just grab it again then. They're only intended to be filmed from one angle, but models like this, they're meant to be looked at from every angle. So while I would like to treat it like a Christmas tree, and there is going to be a better side for sure, and that is the side that is going to be mostly displayed on, I don't like there to be a, as you say, ugly side. Right, so we're just going to leave that to dry back. before we have a look at some decals. But before we do that, let's go back over to the paint booth. Nice. We're gonna let that dry off real quick. I am gonna have to mix up some red to go on top of it when it's done. Now I've got all goo all over my hand. Paint all over my hand. Well, you know. Slife. Right, so we're gonna put I'm gonna keep that. I'm gonna put all this sandpaper away. I'm trying to clear up as we go because there's too much stuff lying around. It's gonna get in my way when I come to do the decals. And they are tricky. That way in there. I'm gonna take that over here. Yeah, perfect. Good. Yep, that'll fit on there. Good. What we'll do is we'll pull out these springs. Put them on the smallest one. No, we'll figure that out in a minute. Right, okay, so what we're going to do is we're going to check out what actually needs to be done here. The other thing we need to do is, while we're waiting for that to dry, is we need to go through here and pull out all the orange bits that need to be painted orange, because that is something I'm hoping to do today. So, we have decals. We got this strip along here, this strip along here, numbers, this white strip, numbers, flags, white strips, decals, name of the port. Pretty much a lot to do there. But first of all, what we want to do is we want to pull out all these orange pieces and get those ready to receive paint. So let's grab a couple of these. Not sure how many there are going to be. It doesn't look like there's that many, but I was hoping to do them in situ, but I can't. So they're going to have to be done separately. They're going to have to be put in when they're done. So let's go back through here and just double check that I've got everything that needs to be painted orange. That lot fine, that lot fine. Right, so let's try and find part number 48. It's a long piece. Got a lot to get through today. Alright, so this is all orange. Can I just stick that to that? Does that go? Hold on a second, I might be able to just stick that on as it. Oh, I don't want to because I have to polish that, don't I? Yeah, I want to keep that as flat as possible because it needs polishing. Alright, let me do it this way then. my roller stickers. It's in here somewhere. There's my roller stickers. And so this is good to do while we're waiting for the paint to dry. So, right, so we need parts number 48. So that's fine. Just probably just snap those out of there. 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 On there. And ooh. So there's one. Stick that in there and just mark that up as 48. Okay, and now there's another part 48. That's one for each side. Bam, 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 bam. Okay. So we're just checking as we go through to make sure. I think those are all. Okay. That fit. Yep, good. Different colors. All right, so we now need the ladders. Those actually stick on there are white. 22 is white, I guess. Yes. So the ladders, the crane. These are 22. So the ladders and the crane are next. Right, so let me find the ladders. They are 109s and 109s. They should be fairly easy to see because you should be able to spot a ladder. Oh, yeah. There's a crane. I might as well grab that while we're here. All right. Right, so what we're going to try and do on this. My sanding sticks. Sanding sticks, sanding sticks. Now we got the seam we need to get rid of as well, all the way along here. Okay, so that's got rid of the seams. Go down this one. Get rid of this in here. That should be tricky. Okay. So that is part 109. No, sorry, 107. 107, 107. Up you come. Up you come. On. Any way you do it, I don't care. Just stay on there. I don't want to lose you. It's one of the defining characteristics of the Severn Class Lifeboat. If I lose you, you're very annoyed. Right. Ladders. Ladders. Where are you? There. Ah, I see him. I see him. There's one. There's the other one. Oh, is that it? Just the one? Okay, just the one. That'll do. Fair enough. I'm not fast. I'm not going to argue. Okay. Just taking out the seams here. Fine. Right. That's going to fall over if I... There we go. This is part number 109. Just grab that full bit. It's not worth cutting that. Okay, that's that. Those are yellow. Part 53. Just looking for anything that's got like a part 53, 2 parts of 53. Okay, so mark that one because I didn't mark that one. Really? You don't want to work? Whatever, like, you know, I don't care. Right, so we should be able to... Aha, here it is. Here it is. Right, so what are we looking at here? I could probably just cut that one straight down the middle and have them both on the same spool. gonna hurt any. Not gonna hurt none, is it? Let's just to the top off, and that one, and okay. Wait, hang on. This is. I'll do this one. Turn that around. Alright, let's have a look at that. Yeah, that's going to be great, because what we could do is then, once they're painted, is just nip them off at the base. So this one is part 53. Oh, maybe if I stuck it in its peg. Might help, mightn't it? That way around. Right, 53. Ah, we got the little boat. That's fine. This I done the other week, last week. So that one we could just stick a peg in. Like so. Right, that's one tree done. I don't touch that anymore. Okay. Ow! Oh my god. I haven't got my stand for my vape at the moment, and I stick it in my desk tidy, and all the screws stuck to the bottom of it because it's magnetic. That's all 33, 18. I don't want to stick it back in there, so it's going to get... Can I just plant you against that dragon? I can. Fantastic. Right, so we need part 126 and 127. What we're going to do first, though, is we're going to check that other paint over here and see if that's drying. Yeah, let's just give that another quick coat. Why is it saying I'm offline? My stream preview says offline. Is this... No, that's alright. Okay, good. Yeah, look how wet that is. It's just spitting out. Alright, we're just going to leave that to dry because that should be fine. And then we're going to clean that out and mix up some red. Go on that as well. It's a shame that I was really hoping to get my stand, and then I could have sprayed that with it too. Alright, so that's that. Back to the main model bench. Woo-wee. Busy today. Right, 126. There they are. Right, I might be able to just have them on the same spin on the spool as well. Okay. There. And we nip that one off there. Chuck that on the base there. Okay. Just there. Careful. Standing stick, where are you? So what I'm going to do later with these is the top parts are a different color. So actually while I'm here, oh no, there is a part of it. The top parts are a different color. So once we've primed it, we're going to mask it up so that we don't get any orange paint up there. The reason for that is because once it's masked, I can paint at will, basically. Paint all that orange and then do the gloss coat on it too. Right, so this is part, let's just say 127, that'll do. 27. I'm hoping today we can actually mix up some orange properly and do some of that. That will be absolutely fantastic. Right, 133. These are all. Oh, this is 18, 18. No, that's 18. That's all white. So I need part 133. It's kind of a. Oh, okay. Ah, there it is. There she bo. There she be. There she be. 133. One. Oh, we both need both that one and that one. So that's cool. We got both of those on one slot. None of these are 18. Just these three pieces. Don't go. Right, yeah, we're gonna knock that off the top. And there. Oh, see, that's why you should hold on to the piece that you want, because that just went flipping flying. Weren't you doing a tank the other day, Chiz? Were you doing a tank last week? No, if he's still there. Okay, that's that piece. The other thing we got as well is we've got these glass panels. None of this is 18. That's color 18. So, right. So we've also got these glass panels, 3 of them. So I kind of want to do, because they're going to have orange on them. So I do want to kind of figure out a way, and I'm pretty sure I know how I'm going to do it. Just going to snip this out, just out of camera shot. That's fine. I can just leave those like that. This is part number 113. All right, 114 and 115 coming up. Then we'll try and spray that paint. We'll try and mix up the red and do that. Then that can dry. 114, 115. Oh, they're on the same. Oh, so what I might do is just nip them off the top here. Like that. And just yoink them off the bottom. Yeah, together. Because the bottom piece doesn't matter if it's going to be. Right, so that is 114 and 115. Just say 11. Yeah, see that. Same. Right. Oh, I need to stick them on here, don't I? Just going to go and check to see how well that paint is drying. So give me un momento, por favor. Let's have a look around. Right, so how are we doing? Dry. Dry enough. Dry enough for government work, I say. Right, so we're going to have to some of that, and we're gonna clean out this airbrush real quick. And keep that black paint up there because I'm gonna need that. Where's my shoe? Oh, I might have to go. Alright, the orange paint I want to make sure I get right when we come to do that. So I'm going to spend some time mixing it up, testing it out, mixing it up, testing it out. The last thing I wanted to happen when I done it last time is that it was too thin, and it kind of went on a bit gloopy. I don't want that to happen. Here. Right. Pretty much clean that out. Good. Good. Right, so now we'll mix up some red. Just a smidge of red this time. Yeah, not these. Yeah. Right, that's good. Looks good. Try it out. Don't need much of it. Yeah, that's fine. Right, we just need to spray it as in a kind of a somewhat of a sort of just a hint. Fantastic, there we go. That's all I needed. Just to make it look like a red glow. That is brilliant. Right, now I can just pour that in here. And clean the airbrush out. Not going to need that anymore. Well, that colour anymore anyway. I'm also thinking of getting one of those like wearable mics, sort of wireless wearable mics. I wonder if that will help. Instead of having this bloody great headset on me all the time. Oh, it might end up picking up the music, mightn't it? Right, so we're just running some airbrush cleaner through the airbrush right now, just to get rid of that red paint and get it ready for orange. Okay, good. Let's run that through. Right, so we now got to wait for that to dry so I can stick it in there. We've got to do some masking up of these windows. We've then still got to sand off a little bit of this paint on the boat. See how that turns out. Probably just use a very fine polishing grit. I just want the edges to sort of merge, you know. Right, so yeah. On those. So now let's get some masking tape here. Proper masking tape. Alright, so I'm going to test some of this on some glass. Alright, let's switch back over to the model bench. So what I want to do is I want to test out different masking tapes. This isn't Tamiya, but it's a wide one. It's a bit of a pain to use, but grab that. Okay, that doesn't seem to leave much of a any. Not seeing that leaving any kind of mark. Oh, okay, good. Right, so what we'll do is, right, so we're going to have to, this is going to be tricky. Just look at the pieces. So this, take out this piece first. Yeah, let's just pop it out. That. Okay, so what I want to do, it's to one side for now. Got my scalpel, changed that blade in it the other day. What we want to do is we want to actually mask up where the glass is going. So because I pressed it down hard enough, I should be able to see the line. And let's bring this down. Yep. Okay, so I screwed that bit up. Alright, so that's one window. I'm just cutting a bit of masking tape for the next one. Who's that? That's Creamy. Hey, Creamy. How you doing? Hey. Nice flag you got there. You have a flag?
Cream is wheats. I am well. How are you?
Oh, I'm pretty good. I'm pretty good. I'm just enjoying my model bench today. Just trying to mask up some windows, ready to receive paint. As you can see, it's pretty fiddly stuff. So this was what I want to do first before we get on to do too much else.
Glad you're having fun.
Hey, look at all them flags! Flags, flags, flags galore. Oh yeah, we're having a bunch of fun here today, Creamy. That's for damn sure. Ooh. Wow, you've mixed in the raccoon army and a shark attack. Wow. Okay. It's quite adventurous of you.
Mixing it up a bit, lol.
Yeah, mixing it up. It's awesome. Good. Stuck together, so what we do is quickly
I'm gonna leave you on and go do my chores. Have fun.
okie dokie.
Enjoy messing with your bits, hee hee.
Enjoy messing with me bits. Alright, thank you very much. Much appreciated, Creamy. Vana's been playing with her elephant, or she did play with her elephant at least once. So everyone's got something to do.
Excellent.
I have to check my 3D print in a minute and see if that's coming out alright, or if it's a big garbled mess. Is that straight? Where it needs to be. Okay, that's good enough. Masking tape with square edge. Here we go. Okay, my fingernail are trimmed there. Okay. Alright, not the perfectly straight as I'd like them, but I mean as straight as I could get them with my old man eyeballs. Now I just got to look to see if any of the corners have lifted. Don't seem to have. Alright, so that's good. So now what I can do is I can what I might do is just take that off and just one of those like that. That's fine. Work now. Do that. Right. Now we got two more to do there. Shouldn't be that hard. Let's take a poke on this. All right. Come on. Now what you want to do, you want to stick. Oh, that's what you want to do. That's where you live. I don't know if you saw any of that. I can't remember if I was doing that on where the camera, but I was in the zone. I was concentrating hard. So I just want to be done as well in a minute. Just got to take the bottom off of this one. Oh, you do have to trim a little bit off of this side. Yeah, that's a smidge. Yep. Very good pressing. Right, that's another one done. Another window done.
You Renfew.
Hey, woo! Have you finished your stream? What have I been going? I've been only going about an hour and a half. What are you doing, Amu? Good to see you.
Yeah. Might do something else later. Not sure.
Oh, you might stream again? Oh my god. Okay. Oh, fiddly stuff. I'm just masking up the windows here for the flying bridge, because the outside of them, like the frames of these windows, are orange. So I want to mask them up so that I can apply paint and gloss coat and all that lot. And primer. Instead of having to do it by hand. I won't be able to paint the gloss coat on by hand, that's for sure. So I can get a nice continuous finish. I'm hoping. But we'll see how that turns out. We're nearly ready here to give this lot a coat of primer. It's 2 more windows to do. I think I'll do is I'll probably take a little break. Oh, music hasn't stopped, it's alright. I got a bit of gack on there. Let's see if we can clean off the gack. give him a good sit down there, get squeeze. Okay, so that is the last of the windows done. That took a fair bit of concentration. Not gonna lie, that was a bit tough. So I've just got to be really gentle with these, insofar as when I come to paint them. There we go. Try and tidy up some of this crap. Put this all in the bin. How you doing there? Yep, you are clean. You are dry. So that's good. Right, let's grab front to this. Put these up here. Alright, so this piece is supposed to fit into here. It does quite comfortably. Or does it? Question. Sort of. Right, so we're gonna have to probably fill some of these gaps. That is unfortunate. But right, okay. Yeah, it's not the best paint finish. It's not as good as what's inside, but it's not gonna be a big problem. Deal with that. All right, so let's get some glue out and see if we can fix that into place. Glue on. Let's put the glue on this. And some along this edge. Bit up. All right, wish me luck. Just got to fit in just like. Nope. Stick, yeah, you little bastard. Go. Right. So then that'll glue in there nice. And what we need to do is just get some of that panel filler to fill in some of these gaps. And then try and sand them smooth so it doesn't look so obviously a gap. But good golly, we're getting there. Just take a bit of toke. Alright, so let's go and try and find some of this panel filler. Where did I put that? Fixes, did I put it in there? There it is, model filler. God, I keep buying more glue. I've got loads of it. I think I'm gonna have to, in this area here, I'm gonna 3D print a load of paint stuff so I can put my paints in them. And glue holders and stuff, so yeah, I might give that a go. Depends how well that free. Speaking of which, just go and check this, see if this is working out okay. How many hours has this got to go? Ooh. Ooh. I wish you could see it. It's not looking too bad. I've got 2.5 hours left, so not bad, not bad. Let me set the next one up. I'm gonna test it out once it comes out of there. See if my vape actually fits in it. Hopefully I've done the measurements properly. So the thing with Blender is you kind of have to build things in like meters in order to be able to see it and move the camera around. So let's go back under. Let's chat in here for a second. So you have to kind of build things in meters. So if you're going to measure, I mean, have I got, is this ruler 1:1? These are all scale rules. I've got 1:1 on there. Yeah, I do. So if I'm going to measure this in order for it to fit, I mean, I gave it 155 millimeters so I could get my fingers in it to pull it out. If I'm going to say that's 155 millimeters, it's just about 15.5 centimeters. In order to build that in Blender, you have to do it in meters. So you have to enlarge it to about 1.5 meters. 1.55 meters in order to be able to see it and move the camera around. So I built everything like massive in Blender. And then when I reduce the size in order to put it into a STL file, because I'm like, I don't want it like 1.5 meters. That's crazy. So I added like an extra decimal point in order to bring it back down into centimeters and then millimeters to make it the right size. So that made it the right size in Blender. But then when I put it into an STL and then imported it into my printing software, it was super tiny because that printing software works in millimeters. So it converted it down even further. So then I had to go back into Blender and check the dimensions in order to make the dimensions correct in the printing software. So hopefully the conversion's been all right, but I'll remember that for next time. So yeah, it was a bit of a kerfuffle, but I'm hoping it works. It's the first time I've ever actually created something in Blender to print out myself. I'm not really huge Blender user. I don't really know too much about it. So they're basically just simple shapes with booleans taken out of them for like the shape of the vape. I've just done a cylinder, same size, and just booleaned out a rectangle, and that was basically it, a cube. But hopefully, should be enough space in there for all the things to fit. So we'll see. Right. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna get rid of this blue tape. That's just gonna screw with my life. And then. So yeah, if that 3D print works, I might 3D print a bunch of paint holders. To put all my paints in. I mean, this model bench is always evolving. It's not how I want it to be. It will never be how I want it to be. Well, it's getting there. I mean, it's not like I'm like, oh, I hate this model bench. No, I built it to be how I like it, but it'll always change. It'll always be something else I can add to it. You know? So that's progression of a workshop. Just going to fill in these gaps and then wait for that to dry and sand it down. Let me just bring the camera in a little bit closer. Having a bit of a party next door. Damn. Never invite me though. Good. Invite me. Harry's left on his own. Right, I got you guys. See that? Yeah, good. What I'm doing is basically putting some model putty into these holes. Trying to squeeze it in there. Outside. Ow! Just glued my finger to the desk. That a Jeremy Clarkson. Come on. Ugh, too much putty on the stick. I used a lot of this stuff when I was working on my Arthur Morgan because the print didn't quite fit together properly. So, I mean, I'd never really done a 3D print before that, so wasn't sure if that was the norm, but there was quite a few gaps. So I used a fair amount of this to actually plug up those holes. Come here. Little hole up there I can see. Okay. Alright, so what we're going to do is leave that to dry. It shouldn't take too long, and then I'm going to just sand it off with a small sander. But while I'm there, and I've got that stuff, let me just check. God, that is... Right, so I've got this. This is my vape holder, so the vape sort of fits in here. But I want to get rid of this thing on the front here. Just going to fill that up. There's a whole bunch of this. Oh, come on. Oh, it's got that little logo on there. I don't want it. It's like that car body filler, you know. Come on, get in there. Come on, stick. Oh my god, I'm just pulling it out as well as putting it in. Come on. Okay. It dries, it'll be fine, but sort of kind of pulling it out right now. Alright, we'll just... Yep, now I've just got to leave that to dry, and then I can sand that down. Now this glue is still taking off. So that's lead in the bottom of that. So I've ground that out and put lead in to give it a bit more weight on the bottom. And I just need to sand that off. I'm gonna put like some felt on the bottom so it doesn't slide around. So anyway, that's that. So I think we're pretty much done with that. A 5-minute detour. Didn't hurt no one. Okay, so I think that's all the bits we're going to need out of the box today. Oh, unless we decide to do the decals. Don't know, what time is it? Well, we've only been going 2 hours. Maybe it might be a bit long because we're going to have to paint them, wait for them to dry. Yeah, we might do the decals while they're drying. So let's tidy up the workshop a little bit, get some clear away some of this putty. I'm going to need masking tape. I don't need any of those anymore. So I don't need these clippers. Clippers can go away. That could go away. Try and tidy up as best I can. Throw some of this plastic away. Masking tape. Yeah, we're going to need some of that still. Don't need the filler. That back in the box. That lot we're still going to need. What don't I need on there? I don't need my sticky stickers. I'm going to need my... Yeah, I might need that. I'm going to need that. Alright, so we got... tidied some stuff away at least. Alright. So I think what we do is we take a quick break. That'll give me a chance to cover myself. Think about what I need to do. Oh, the smell of ground up resin is flooding this room. Oh, it's kind of nasty. All right, so yeah, so what I think we'll do. Okay, so that's not working, is it? Why is that not working? Huh? Trying to find my brake movie, but why is that not? Huh. Well, I can't find my movie for some reason. My little video. For some reason, it doesn't want to show. Right. Well, I think it says play it back when it comes active, so we'll check that out. It says when it comes active, it says to play it, so I don't know. I don't know whether it's me or whether it's OBS, but What I'm going to do then is I'm going to take a quick break, have a few puffs on this, have a drink, whatever, and just reset my concentration levels, and then we can carry on going. So in the meantime, let's see if this actually works, shall we? Yeah, okay, so
We can expect a restless night across the region. Gusts are forecast to reach up to 80 miles an hour throughout the night, with the potential for even higher bursts in isolated areas. Residents are urged to stay indoors and secure loose outdoor furniture.
It was probably blowing about 80, 90 miles an hour, roughly. And I said to my missus, Nina, I hope no one gets a shout tonight. And within sort of 20 minutes, my pager was going off. I've lived in Newlyn all my life. My mum's and my dad's sides are both fishing families. From my mum's side, originally from Mousehole. I was destined to be a fisherman, I suppose. With a load of mates all wanted to be fishermen as well, so that's what we did. Love Newlyn. I don't think I'll ever move out of Newlyn. Hello. All right? I'm fine. This does the best pasties in Newlyn. And sandwiches. It's a great community. We all have a bit of fun. Yeah, it's just a great place to be. You know, I haven't heard wind like that for a long, long time. It was screaming.
Your heart sinks, you know, you just think, oh no, I don't want to go out in that. You don't want them out in that.
So on the shout that night, Marcel was duty mechanic, so he was obviously down getting the boat started up and prepared. I picked James Roberts as a navigator, and then I picked Will Trenier, who's also a fisherman. He's a helmsman. I also picked Trevelyan Worth, and I also picked Adrian and Dan Sell.
We took one sea that actually took us over on our side, and the wave just picked us up and threw us, no exaggeration, 50 or 60 meters down with the swell.
And I said, I think the only option we got was to try and get a rope on them and get them out into deeper, safer water before we try and get anyone off.
Patch is usually very easy on the throttles and stuff, and the need for extra throttle for manoeuvring in that weather, you can really tell, especially with us standing back half above the engines. So you could tell how hard he was working just to keep the boat in position.
Because we were doing about 2.5 knots, I suppose, with the yacht behind us, and the rope was quite tight. And then all of a sudden the rope goes slack and they're up to like 5 knots, so I knew straight away that the rope had parted. So yeah, my heart sank when that happened, and I think all the crews did as well, because you know, we just realised that we've got less time to try and get the rope on again before, you know, before it's too late.
The reality starts to set in when you can see the lights from the shore and realise how close we are.
One of our crew members come in and checked if I was okay, and I was like, I'm feeling quite poorly, and I was slowly getting worse and worse and worse to that point where I was like, I wanted to be off this boat.
At this stage, Marcel had collapsed. He was unconscious. So the crew were dealing with him. He just went from sort of being really seasick, hanging at the door, to absolutely unconscious and unresponsive. Within a couple of minutes, the skipper of the yacht called up to say that every time she hits a wave, a big gush of water is coming into the boat, and they said they were up to their knees in water. And also 2 or 3 of their crew were really, really poorly and frightened, and they wanted to get off the boat. But if we didn't get them out to safer waters, and the helicopter would have even called by then, it would have been too late. I didn't realise it was 2 brothers on the boat as well, and I didn't realise how young they were. When they all walked into the lifeboat station, I was quite shocked how young they were. I thought, crikey, you know, if they'd been lost, it would have been horrific for the families, because they were all good friends and they all live in the same village. So imagine that would have been horrible.
14 years I've been on the crew of that shell. That was the worst one I'd had so far for that long amount of time.
Yeah, it wasn't the best that night.
The whole crew, I think, that night just really kind of gelled.
The job got done, but it wouldn't have been done otherwise if it weren't for Batch, definitely.
Alright, so thanks again to the RNLI for allowing me to show those videos. It really shows just what these volunteers go through in order to save lives. So thanks very much, and if you feel like checking out their website, check out the About, and it takes you straight, also really easy just to give a donation if you feel like it. They run on donations, so yeah, that's... Oh, what did I just minimize? I just minimized it. Anyway, so yeah, thank you very much, and that's the kind of work that they do. Right, so I think what we're going to do now is we're going to carry on. I've had a few tokes of my vape, had a bit of a drink, had a bit of a rest. So, I'll just check. Yeah, so what we're going to do now is we're going to sand down this this cab. Then we're going to prime everything. We're going to start priming. So let's get back to it. No rest for the wicked, as they say. Just going to try and sand down as best I can with the sanding stick here. As you can see, we're taking out most of that filler, apart from what needs to stay in order to fill in the holes. That's pretty good. Keep that nice and smooth. That's nice. Right, so we're just going to try and cut a little bit out of this before. I'll try not to knock off those spotlights. Now, I don't want to smooth round the edges off. I do want them to be crisp. Just want the gaps to be filled. One of the oops when it's away. Alright, so that's sorted that out. Let's see what we got over this side. Alright, so that looks pretty good. It's all smooth, gaps are filled. Brilliant. So next on the agenda before we start to spray this is I'm going to need to mask up the windows so primer doesn't come through the windows into the cab. So we're just going to, not just a primer but also the orange paint and the gloss coat. We don't want any of that coming in, so we're just gonna fill in the inside like so. I've also got to do the front here. So the front doesn't get any. That might be a bit tougher than expected. So as long as I can get it onto the frame, because the frame's going to be painted aluminium anyway. So it's just I don't want any orange paint going into the cab. So I think there's another bit there. These bits aren't going to be seen, but that's fine. Right, so it's just this area, this box area here that I don't want anything going into. So what I need to do now, I'm just wondering, that boat will be fine up that way. We're going to mask it up upside down when we need to. But now let's grab my car holder. So what this does is it holds the car bodies so it fits underneath, and it's got adjustable springs so you can adjust them out to be able to grip as you need them. So I think if we just put that in there like that, there we go, and it grips that like that. So what we'll do is we'll grab some tape. I can get my fingers in that. Right, come on. See, that top one's popped out. It's fine. That back in. Sure it's in there nice and tight. So now it sits there quite firmly. That's good. I mean, it's on a wonk, but that's fine. I can angle it myself as I need to. So it's fine. It's not straight, but so that's how this works. It's sort of, if you look in here, see the springs pushing out. So yeah, that's what that does. So in order to stop it from doing the same on the inside, should have done this first, really. I didn't think of the back end. Okay, so that should stop any paint going in the back here. I'll do the same this way. Right, so now I can get to that. Straight across there, no problem. Just let's give a bit more. It's really just opposite the windows I don't want it to be on, because that's where you're going to see inside. This bit down the front here isn't going to matter, but I'm just trying to work out the angle of the brush. Come in. Not going to see anything under there. We're not painting underneath. So all along the front, that's fine. All along the back, that's fine. Side, that's fine. That front, yeah, that's fine. And along the top. So that's fine. Okay, good. I think we're done there. So now that is done, let's go over to the paint booth, put on a mask and some gloves, and see if we can't do some priming. Right, okay, so I'm going to go find my mask. Here it is. A mask. And some gloves. Let's find my primer. It's in here somewhere. No, that's varnish. I don't want the varnish. I want the... Oh, the primer I left out, didn't I? Because I was going to use it. Yeah. Really, print is coming on nice. Right. Okay. Right. So let's. I'm gonna mute my mic while I put on my mask and stuff. Okay, so hopefully this should be okay. I know I sound a bit muffled, but it's all right. Right. So, paint booth. Paint booth. No, you son of a bitch. Wow, really? Alright. Well, working earlier. What's going on? Okay. We fine now? Can we work? Alright, okay, so something's wrong with my camera. It was working earlier. What the hell? Come on, OBS. Recognize the camera. Recognize my camera. Yes, there we go. Alright. Oh no, it's doing the glitch again. Well, I wonder if I take this one out. Alright, back. I take that one out. Switch this one. Try this one again. No, it's not receiving a signal from the paint. Set up. Let's see if I can do it this time. Oh! I swear, sometimes it just kicks my ass. Sometimes I can have a full stream where cameras don't screw up. Right, it says it's on. Now, come on. Alright, well, I'm not going to bother with it then. Let's see if it'll wake up after a bit. So I'm just going to try and spray this. I mean, I hate not to show you, but I can't help it at the moment. Oh, good God, something just went doodle-lung. USB device not recognized. Come on. Oh, you sack of shit. Come on. Frustrating as hell. Right, so what I'm going to try and do is try and figure this out in studio mode. See if we can get this going in studio mode. So you don't have to keep seeing me flip backwards and forwards. Right, so what is wrong with my booth cam? Right, not that one. Not that one. That one. Now it's telling me my cameras are... Oh my God, I'm losing cameras. Losing cameras. Why am I losing cameras? Oh, God damn. This is working fine earlier. That one's working. That's just not working. Oh, figure it out. Like, OBS is just... Like, I don't want that camera. I don't want to use that camera. No, it just doesn't want to use that camera. I can't help that. I'm sorry. Oh. I'm sorry, folks. It won't let me use that camera. I'm just checking it. Make sure. My God, it's going on and on and on. Yeah, okay, we get it. I'm getting the doo-doo-dung, doo-doo-dung. Right. So that should be that done. We're going to put this one up here to dry. And we're going to try and prime. Let's see if it's working now. Work, come on, bitch. No. Paint. Now it's got the cameras confused. Ha! Now it's got the cameras confused. Oh, right, okay, so it looks like we may be ending here pretty soon. Because, if I can't show you what I'm doing, then what's the point? You know what I mean? So, I'm going to try and prime these at least. Because, I do want to... And it's now confusing the paint booth with the paint setup. Ugh. I'm just going to try and quickly prime these. And then we might have to call it a day today. I'm just priming the ladder here. Because I was going to spend some time figuring out the exact I think what it needs to do is that my computer needs to restart. And we'll be fine, but it's playing silly buggers. And the last thing you want to see is me just fiddling around with cameras for the next hour, getting more frustrated. Right, so that's one set of stalks done. Where's my other stalk? Oh, the other stalks are up here. So we're quickly going to do these. Again, I apologise that you can't see what's going on. If anyone has just joined me, because my cameras have decided to fork and get confused. What I'm going to have to do is call my friend who is a bit more IT savvy. See if there's the way to stop that, because it just does it for no reason. Not sure if they're plugged in the right place. I think they are. We're just gonna blast through priming these. I don't like not showing you what's going on. It's not fair. And I hate this song. Typical. Yeah, we get it. You just want to feel good. Oh my god. Shut up already. Well, things really did take a turn for the worse there, didn't they? Let's see if we can fiddle around with this for a minute. Get back in studio mode. Let's see what's going on here. Right, so I'm going to try and unplug these. If I can get them to work. Maybe we can do something. Paint set up. No, paint booth still doesn't want to work. My paint booth still doesn't want to work, and if I can't get the paint booth to work, then it's going to frustrate the shit out of me. Alright. Anyway, we've been going for nearly 3 hours, and usually that's where my concentration level sort of fades anyway. Ah, right, okay, so that's all primed. It's all done. This boat still needs a bit of work doing to it. Maybe I can give that a bit of a polish. It seems as though we've got some lightness on the front now. That should be fine though. Okay. Okay. I might need to order some more primer. This sounds a bit pretty empty. Do I have any more in here? What's this? That is just... flat clear? Yeah, I don't have any more primer. Alright, looks like I'm going to have to order some more primer today. From Tamiya. some more of that. I go through it quite a lot. Yeah. The trouble is now, as well, it's kind of sort of set back what I actually wanted to do. So that's kind of sort of annoyed me slightly. Which is also not sort of not necessarily annoyed me, but more kind of frustrated me. So I don't want to. I know I could go off and do the decals, but again, I don't want to be in a kind of a frustrated mood when I'm doing something that delicate. And we've also been going for nearly 3 hours anyway, so yeah, unfortunate. Very unfortunate. But I've managed to get all that stuff primed. So for tomorrow, I'll figure out those damn cameras. Yeah, that's pretty much it then. And then we'll try and do orange. Got to paint the orange. Give it like a mist coat. Wait for it to dry. Give it another coat. Wait for it to dry. Just mist coat, mist coat, mist coat, until we get a nice coverage on that. I don't want to fuck it up. It's got to be nice and smooth and uniform. So then while we're waiting for those to dry, then we can do the decals on the main hull. So yeah, we didn't get through to the decals today, but that's fine. I mean, sometimes I set myself targets that are just unreachable in the space of time, or, you know, universe says no. This time, computer said no. There's nothing more annoying than the computer saying no. So I think that's what we'll do. We'll call it an end tonight. Call it an end today. I know it's taken a while to actually build the boat, but I want to do it properly. I'm not dragging my heels. This is how I work when it comes to model making. I'm not in a rush. I'm not on a time frame. I'm not being contracted to have it done by a certain period of time. I just like to take my time, make sure it's right. And that's what it's all about. It's like being chill, relax, just taking your time. There's no need to rush. You know, unless of course doing it for a client who wants it by a certain period, but I don't do that, so it's all for me. So yeah. So I want to say thank you everybody for joining me for the stream for as long as it lasted. Yeah, 3 hours is not too bad. So I'm going to call it a day. I'm going to let my 3D print work. I'm going to go chill out, clean my airbrush, and yeah, call it a day. So thanks very much. I'll hopefully see you tomorrow, all things considered, and we'll carry on. Okay, well, thank you very much, and until next time, see you later. Bye.